The Accademia is one museum to keep high on your must-visit list while you're in Florence. Here's our Hawaii Geographic Society group entering one of the most important museums in the world, lined with statues by Michelangelo. Here you see one of the slaves. These were carved by Michelangelo for the tomb of Pope Julius II that was never actually finished the way he hoped it would be. So that gives us a good chance to see it right here in Florence at the Accademia. But the most important statue, of course, in the collection, if not in the world, is David. Michelangelo's great masterpiece. It's about 19 feet tall, and he carved this at the youthful age of 29. This established Michelangelo as the foremost sculptor of his day. It truly has a magnificent home here at the Accademia. All lines are drawn to the statue. It's in a cupola niche with other statues around it, including the late Pietà, another of Michelangelo's great masterpieces. And there's a wide collection of paintings here as well. You'll find works here by Ghirlandaio, by Botticelli, Lippi, Bartolomeo, and here Pacino di Bonaguida's Tree of Life from 1310. This is a prominent painting among the collection of Byzantine works which date to the late 13th and early 14th century. There's a great deal of religious art from this era. The Accademia was founded in 1563, and it was the first art school in Europe. It was established to teach the techniques of drawing and painting and sculpture, and the works of art were gathered here with the aim of providing students with materials to study and to copy. So it's been in existence for over 400 years. Again, the masterpiece and the focal point of the entire collection, for which it's most famous, is Michelangelo's David. But don't overlook the other artworks that are housed under the roof along with this great piece. Too many tourists just come here to see the David and then they leave, and they walk right past all these other important paintings and other statues by Michelangelo without even seeing them. And just as there are other artworks in the Accademia, there's other copies of David in town. There's two other major copies, full-size reproductions of the David. You'll find one of them out front of the Palazzo Vecchio at the Piazza della Signoria. You see it here. This is a copy that was created about 100 years ago. And this is where the actual original David stood for nearly 300 years. It was created to stand in that place in front of the main city hall. There's another copy in bronze up on Piazza Michelangelo, which also gives you a fantastic view of the city. It's worth a taxi ride up here, or you can take a public bus, and it'll take you up here to see this full-sized replica of David in bronze. And from the piazza, you have a fantastic view of the city down below. This is one of the best vantage points to view the city and the River Arno. You'll see the bridges crossing the Arno there. So we bring our Hawaii Geographic Society group up here to enjoy the view and take a group photo. We've been traveling together from Rome to Florence, and we have quite a ways to go on our tour yet. We're heading for Venice and getting our cameras back here from the group photo, on up to Lucerne, Switzerland, and to Paris, and eventually to London to complete our tour. And certainly Florence is one of those highlights that we'll never forget.